Hello, this is Prince Will once again, Uphill Global Consults Hoodnav Academy. Of course, we are into brand business consultancy, research services, international admissions, and a couple of other things. Those who want to study abroad, those who want to go abroad for tourism, for work, for visits, those who want to start up their business and they need consultation concerning registration of business in Nigeria. We do this, but that is not about it today. I want to talk about travel once again. Today's topic would be things you need to do before traveling abroad. Okay, we have experienced clients who had issues at the airport or at the border when they are coming to a new country. I've also witnessed personally strangers who I met at the airports of different countries who were returned to where they were coming from, okay, because they didn't meet certain requirements, or people who got into the country but they had issues along the line with some other things. I'll be stating a few things you should do before you travel abroad. You can write it down, or you can, of course, save this video. The first one is to check the expiry of your documents, okay? You need to check the expiry dates of your international passport in order not to fall victim of being denied entry into a new country. Remember that your visa doesn't grant you automatic access into a country. Yes, that you have a visa into a country doesn't mean you'll be given access into that country. So while you're about to get into a new country, make sure that your passport has at least 6 months validity. So if you're applying for a visa, do all you can to make sure that your visa is given to you on a passport that has more than 6 months validity. So it's always safe to have around 8 months validity on your international passport. You're going to a new country, it's not going to be fun if your debit or credit card gets expired. So if you're going with your debit card, your ATM cards, make sure that the expiry date is long, okay? So you don't get to start looking about how to get a new ATM card. Getting a new ATM card from your country of residence in a new country can be quite difficult. So make sure these things are not expired or close to expiration. So your ATM card, you can go to the bank and get a new one. I think most banks issue 4 years validity for ATM. So even if you have a year validity on your ATM card, since you're traveling abroad and you know you're going to stay long abroad, go for a renewal of a new ATM. Go for a new ATM so you get fresh ATM cards, okay? And make sure you print the second one. Make sure you print all your documents, all documents that you need, okay? Make sure you print it, have the hard copy, and save some in your emails, okay? Save some in your email drafts. Have some as soft copies, PDF, Microsoft Word documents on your phone or your laptop, but your documents should be handy. Have it printed. Important documents like your visa for e-visas, have these things printed out, copies, so as to avoid issues at the airport or border. The other one is you need to understand that you have to get your visa ready, okay? Get your visa ready. Be sure of the dates. There are people who were issued visa and you get 3 months validity for the visa. Let's say you get your visa issued in October. Some countries give you 3 months to enter that country with that visa. Some people do not know until the visa has expired, and nobody's going to tell you most times until you get to that country. Maybe your immigration in your home country neglects that validity period. Maybe they didn't see it or they just don't care, and you get to a new country, the immigration is going to check your visa and find out that it's expired. The next thing is for you to be deported. So avoid these things. Always work on the validity of your visa, the duration of the validity. Again, you need to get your accommodations ready. If you're going to be staying in a hotel, do all you can to book an hotel. Yeah, some hotels on some websites offer payments upon arrival, okay? Some people tell you to pay before they book it. Some people ask for booking fee. Whatever the case is, book your hotels and have screenshots of your check-ins, your hotel and your tickets. Have screenshots of these things on your phone, so when you are called for this. I think this should be like the third point. If you're traveling with the fourth one, if you're traveling with a minor, with a child, especially if it's not yours, you have to get consent of the parent or guardian of that child, okay, in order to travel with that child. Otherwise, you could have serious issues at the airport or the border, okay. So some people want to move with the kids of their sisters, they want to move with cousins, they want to move with nieces, they want to move with nephews. Whoever you're moving with, make sure you have consent of the parent or guardian of that child. So far the child is 18 years and below. Some countries will regard even 20 as minor. So make sure you work according to the policy of that country. Get consent, written consent, stamped, legalized, okay, to avoid issues. The sixth one or fifth one, if I'm not wrong, get vaccinated, okay. COVID-19 vaccine, yellow fever vaccine, get these things. If you're going to countries that need you to be vaccinated against chickenpox, whatever vaccination that is needed in that country you're getting into, make sure you have the vaccination and you have the card with you, okay. Have these things. I've seen people who had serious issues just for yellow card, okay, yellow fever vaccination card. They don't have it, they had serious issues. If you have your COVID-19 vaccination, the card must be with you. Even if it's not with you, have screenshot of it, okay. You can go online on the website of the COVID-19 information page for the country where you got vaccinated. Screenshot this information, okay, screenshot it and have it with you. You must have your travel insurance. Number 6, have your travel insurance. Some countries want you to be able to have insurance to protect you against sickness, against loss of luggage, whatever it is, cancellation of flights, okay. Sometimes you may have cancellation of flight and you're not with cash with you. You have your travel insurance that protects you against these things. Number 7, if I'm not wrong, you have to go with your important medications. If you're sick, if you have high blood pressure, whatever condition, health conditions you have, okay, go with your medications and try to let immigration officers at the airport or the border understand these medications, label it properly. Please make sure you do not go with contrabands, okay. Sometimes you may not know these things are forbidden or prohibited in the country you're entering, so make sure you are not caught with these things unknowingly. Again, number 8, I think, I may get the numbers wrong, but then number 8, make sure you're traveling and you don't have, some countries have a limit to the antiperspirant perfume you can go with. Some countries say you cannot go with more than 50 ml per bottle, okay, per container. So if you're going with an antiperspirant, body spray, even sometimes I don't know, roll-ons, make sure it's not beyond 50 ml. It can be seized at the immigration points, okay. They think it's a threat on board, especially when you're going with it in your hand luggage. It can be seized, so do not go with it. Number 9, do not forget the prescriptions of your medicine. In case you run out of your medicine, your medications, always go with the prescriptions so you can obtain it in that new country where you are going into. Another one is always have currency with you, okay. Let's have currency, most especially have the USD, euro or pounds with you, particularly the USD, so you can easily change it to the local currency. Cash, okay, you don't have to have large number of cash, but always have your personal travel allowance around $1,500 for some country, 2,000. Doesn't even hurt you to have about 3,000 or 4,000 US dollars with you, so you can have liquidity, okay. When you get to the airport, you can change it easily, or you get to town in the country, you can change it. Always have cash with you. Do not rely on the money in your bank account. It can be stressful enough for you to get who you can exchange that with, and the exchange rate can be killing when you're converting from naira to whatever currency you are meeting in that country, from rand to another currency, from shillings in Kenya to another currency, from dirham to another currency. Make sure you have USD, euros or pounds at least, okay. There are many things you can do. This is going to be like the part 1 of things you need to do before traveling abroad. Subsequently, we're going to do a part 2 of this. There are lots of things you need to do, okay, not to have issues while traveling abroad. This is Prince Will, once again, Up Your Global Consult, Woodnaf Academy. Do have a lovely day.